A girl named Yulia was with a male buddy named Artyom in the classroom. Yulia's father, who is a former colonel, dislikes Artyom. The meteoroid will also be seen by Yulia, and her pal and her buddy give them the keys to a room as Artyom arrives. The entire city was covered in a meteoroid downpour, and an odd creature was traveling with it as it approached the Earth. The Russian commander gave the order to destroy it because this object was in close proximity to Russia. This was an alien spaceship which is damaged as a result of the explosions. The crippled alien spacecraft is heading for the city, and the residents are alarmed by what they were seeing. As the Russian force attacked the extraterrestrial spaceship, they fled here and there. It causes the spaceship to be destroyed, and buildings close by were damaged as the spaceship travels forward, including Yulia's friend's building. She also perishes because her buddy was on the roof and she was about to fall over when Artyom pulled her upright. At first glance, this spacecraft from another planet falls, and as a result, many people in the city died. Everyone thought they might be the target of an alien attack. The military shows up to help them, and it is depicted that Yulia's father is accompanying his translator to the spaceship. The front team didn't fight the alien when he emerged because he didn't harm anyone. The extraterrestrial uses telepathy to communicate with the translator and informs them that meteoroids do damage to their spacecraft. The Russian Air Force attacked them, damaging their spacecraft, and it crashed on the planet. They will fix their spacecraft and make a quick return. They had no intention of doing any harm to the inhabitants of Earth. At the conference, the colonel presents this report that the aliens weren't coming to attack us, but because of our error, they did crash land. They decide to give the aliens some time to fix their spacecraft as a result. Later, Yulia's father travels to the hospital to pick her up, and while observing her with Artyom, he reprimands her. Yulia is taken home by him, and since this occurrence caused her to lose her friend, she is now angry with the aliens. She obtains her father's gun in secret, and as Artyom was no less than a gangster, Yulia comes up with a plan with him to kill these aliens. They sneak over to Yulia's friend's building because the extraterrestrial spaceship was close to that building. They discover an alien device close to the building. However, as Yulia enters her friend's room, she notices her friend's picture and cries because she misses her. In the meantime, an alien shows up, and terrified Yulia screams at it before shooting it, but she stumbles. Yulia is prevented from falling and is saved by the alien. Artyom and his friends arrive after hearing Yulia's voice and begin assaulting the alien. It causes the alien to fall off the building, and when they descend, they discover an extraterrestrial suit. It was constructed of an odd and heavy metal. The suit's genuine alien had vanished, and due to those voices going from there, the military also shows up. With the alien costume they depart, and when the army arrives, they discover the extraterrestrial apparatus. They bring the apparatus inside their lab, and Yulia is confident that she will discover something there. She goes to the building the following day in quest of the extraterrestrial. She comes across some dead bodies, and amongst those lifeless bodies, a man was hurt. Yulia finds out that he is the alien from that suit. With the assistance of her buddy, she transports him in her car to the hospital. Nobody recognizes the alien because he resembles a human. She further donates her blood to that alien, and he was holding her hand when Yulia saw its body. She receives his energy, and a bracelet appears on her arm. Yulia was taking a shower after getting back home when she sees a magical power in the bracelet. The water was in control of that bracelet. When the colonel goes to bring water, he notices strange ripples in the water. The scientists were searching for the device in the lab, but they didn't find anything. A scientist observes a city creek drying up in the meantime, and a meeting for emergencies was held. He explains to everyone the significance of water in the renewal of human cells. Similarly, it's possible that the aliens are using the city's water to fix their spacecraft. People will soon experience a shortage of water even for drinking as a result of them. On the other side, as the alien gets better, Yulia brings it into her garage. The creature was also a copy of a human, and he mastered human language. He says, his name is Hakan, and he needs his device to get away from Earth. If he doesn't receive his device, he'll never be able to go back to his planet. Hakan was referring to the gadget the military had possession of. Yulia forbids him assistance and kicks him out of her home. Hakan tried to flee but was stopped by the police, who thought he was a drug addict. Police took Hakan with them because Yulia was unable to provide any information about him to them. Artyom makes an attempt to destroy the metal suit with his friends, but because it was made up of unknown metal, it was so powerful that they couldn't break it. A friend of Artyom pokes fun at him by reaching into the outfit by acting like the alien, but upon activation, the metal armor begins fusing to his body. After much effort, they manage to detach his hand, and Artyom's friend scolds him for what good reason have you kept this thing in your house? Artyom was tense, as were his friends. They wonder what more this metal suit is capable of. Artyom urges his friends to give away this suit to army officers. The lack of water in the city has the populace in a rage that everyone was demonstrating on the street. Artyom goes to the army to inform them about the metal suit, but when fighting breaks out, the police take Artyom away. There was Yulia's father, who disapproves of Artyom. When she visits the police station to free Hakan, she runs into Artyom. While trying to speak with him, they take away him from the scene, and Yulia frees Hakan while claiming that he is her buddy. To prevent people from thinking Hakan is an alien, she teaches him several tactics to survive on Earth. This is when they start to get along, and she makes the decision to assist him to go back. She is aware that the lab contains the gadget that Hawken needs. He goes with her to see her father and she pretended to be pregnant in front of her father, who reprimanded her. Yulia steals her father's pass covertly in order to keep him occupied and she hands it to Hawken. Hawken travels from that building to the lab and enters the laboratory while dressed as a doctor. He uses his powers to activate the device and removes the major component. When they see this, the scientists are astonished and they sound the alarm, but Hawken still manages to find Yulia before they leave. Yulia's father forced her and her companion to get in the car while forcing them to leave the area. Hawken had his tool and was prepared to board his spacecraft. He is forbidden by Yulia, who advises him to go at night because he will be captured by the army in daylight. When she brings him to her house, the colonel realizes that the extraterrestrial is Hawken. He airs the video taken by the camera and the mandate to detain Hawken was given. The colonel departs later to return home. When Yulia learns this, she takes Hawken and flees from there. She changes there before going to her classmate's house. Hawken is brought to a concert by her since it is the safest place to be. Hawken uses his powers to transport her to his planet and shows her his planet, which is a stunning location, and informs her that humans are not permitted to visit there, however you are unique. He claims that any human who tries to enter this area will be destroyed by his companions. In order to prevent humans from learning about their technology, they start a dialogue. The pals of Artyom see Yulga with another boy and he informs Artyom. When night fell, Hawken knew it was time to go back and he takes Yulia with him to his spacecraft. Artyom contacts her angrily after Hawken bids her farewell. While replying to Artyom, she claims, "I like someone else. I'm not interested in meeting you," but Artyom and his friends were genuinely close by. They seize Hawken and severely beat him. Yulia is also physically assaulted by him, which infuriates Hawken. After hitting everyone, one of them discovers that Hawken is an alien after opening Hawken's device. Artyom departs to murder him, but his pal is hit by the bullet. As a result of a gunshot, the cops show up there and Artyom flees from there with his friends. Police apprehend Hawken and on the internet, Artyom spreads the rumor that Hawken has killed one of his pals. He begins to disparage aliens and everyone must engage the alien spaceship, he orders. All of the enraged people were advancing to attack the alien spacecraft. They begin battling as the spaceship's robot emerges, and when Artyom notices this, he dons the metal suit. Artyom and Hawken got into a serious physical fight. Even if Hawken is an extraterrestrial, he loses. Artyom emerges from the space suit and begins shooting at Hawken. Both Yulia and Hawken suffer injuries, and as soon as the colonel notices that his daughter is hurt, he orders the military to apprehend Artyom. They are taken aboard the ship by the robots who position them in chambers. Because of their advanced technology, Yulia recovers quickly. Additionally, the alien ship was found and disembarks with Yulia and her father, and it then leaves Earth. Yulia reminds memories she had with Hawken. The movie ends here. Thank you for watching, and click the next movie recap displayed on the screen.